10 races from Hollywoodbets Kenilworth on Sunday, featuring the Somerset 1200, a listed feature. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. A lot going on. We were busy at Milnerton, chatting to some trainers, Michelle Ricks, Des McLaughlin, Vaughan Marshall, and also Ricky Maingard, kind enough to give us a few minutes of their time to talk about their runners on this Sunday. And by the time this first race gets underway at 11:25, we'll be wiping the sleep out of our eyes on the back of Hollywoodbets Scottsville, the 3 Grade 1s and the 1 Grade 2 in Pietermaritzburg just 24 hours earlier. Great day, I'm sure. And if you are in Cape Town, got nothing else to do at this time of year, I don't think there's much to do in Cape Town, come and join us. Come and say hello, tell us what you think, back a few winners, catch the pick six, you know the drill. Right, let's get into race number 1, straight into it. Hollywoodbets Kenilworth welcomes you juvenile plate over 1,500 metres, no betting available at the time of recording. A field of 7 faces the starter. Now this race is obviously placed in the calendar as a prep run for the Langerman, which happens on the 21st of June here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, and the history and the tradition of the Langerman needs no introduction. Some great horses, some champions have won the Langerman, so this could be a little window into the future. I think the right starting point is number 4, Randolph Hurst, son of Gimme the Green Light. What I saw, he's got all the classic credentials. Everything's in place. His win last time was out of the top draw, was easier than the half a length margin suggested. And JP van der Merwe's remarks after the race, quality, quality, quality. He has had a gallop here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth in the interim, so 41 days off the track with a nice little blowout in between. And I think that he is just a ready-made starting point, number 4, Randolph Hurst. But it won't be all that easy, because number 1, All the Rage comes into the picture as well. Son of Rafif, half-brother to Lapulga. We know that Rafif throws to the mare side, so he could come into his own over this middle distance range. He runs like he'll be a good middle distance horse as well. The way that he hit the line last time when beaten a length and a half by Dreamworld, and I think Dreamworld more of a sprinter than what All the Rage is. Number 1, All the Rage is not a horse to let run loose, is he? And I think that Candice Bass Robinson's yard's in good form. Elder De Meyer takes to ride from draw 1. He'll be well tested here, but he could well be up to the test. And then number 2, Sierra Sagrada, better than his last run when behind Roland Garros. But if you like Sierra Sagrada, you've got to like Roland Garros, although at the weights, there shouldn't be too much between them. But in the opening race on the card, let's have a win bet on number 4, Randolph Hurst. Let's move on to race number 2. It's the Cape Turf Club Syndicate's middle stakes for fillies and mares. They go 1,400 metres, a small field, go to post, so pace is obviously to be taken on trust. I think the key with this race is that we've got Dixieland Band back from a break, Royals second run after a long break, Russian Royals second run after a long break, Kamchatka over a distance possibly short of her best, so we can narrow this race down to 2. Let's have a look at number 3, Gimme That Pearl, who ran in the Ladies' Mile, the listed Ladies' Mile last time, behind Time for Love. I know Time for Love fluffed her line subsequently in the Storms last weekend, but I think the winter course just caught her out. We know that Time for Love has competed with the best around and competed with aplomb. Now, the interesting aspect is that well behind Gimme That Pearl was Beware That Bomb. And Beware That Bomb came out and won the Storms Place. So the form line has been well franked. And I think Gimme That Pearl, although she's not the most genuine around, she's very hit or miss, she can bounce back and come back to winning ways. That's the way I read it with his daughter, Gimme the Green Light, out of group winning mare Chestnuts and Pearls. If she has a danger, could well be number 6, My Only Weakness, who comes in fit, comes in on the back of a win as well. And I think that Adam Marcus may have stumbled across the idea here with his daughter of One World. I think with headgear, she's just a step better. She's had 3 career wins, 2 of them with headgear, 1 with blinkers, 1 with cheek pieces. Naturally, the cheek pieces are retained. So number 6, My Only Weakness, could have even more to come. But in the first leg of the bar pot, which I have tipped up for you, gone with both the horses 3 and 6, hoping to double up to be fair, by 1, 3 and 4, by Banker 2, past and present. If he doesn't run in the first 2, I don't know, by 1, 3, 4, 9 and 12, by 3, 6 and 7, by 2 and 5 in the final leg of the bipod at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. Race number 3, join the experience, capeturfclub.co.za, B stakes over 1,950 metres. Very nice race this, because there's some seriously progressive horses in the race, some young up-and-coming 3-year-olds who could have a future now going into the summer. Although we're a long way from summer, it's not as far away as you think. The likes, in fact, 5 of the 6 runners are 3-year-olds, so I think all of them probably have a lot of progress to come. This, by the way, is the first meeting of James Crawford, training all by himself into the big bad world, but being given the grounding from Brett, and I think it's a good starting point for number 4, 006. He darted up last time over 1800 meters, and I think the further he goes, the better he will be. Got a lot to like about the way that he's going about his business. He's always been held in fairly high regard. Lubian Otwa 55.5, no, but Gavin Larena 55.5 with fair warning and a good ride, absolutely yes. And he now takes the ride. The way 006 slid home to win last time out has got to be a massive signal of intent, and I think that he could very well be a horse that might be on the radar for some nice races this summer. Don't know about the top races, but some nice races all the same, and I think that he'll go very well if he can handle the shorter track, the shorter run, and on the winter course. Number 3, Song to the Moon, punches above his weight. He's a real fighter. He's never going to win by far. When he does win, he just tends to get the job done. 0.3, half a length, 0.3 again. That's just pretty much his way. Second one after a break. He just got up last time and coming from the back of the field. He's got a lovely burst of acceleration, does the son of What a Winter, and everything from the mare side does suggest that he will get this trip. But is he at his best over this distance? That remains to be seen. But I think there are quite a few in with a chance. Ricky Main got positive about the chances of Pinot Grigio. Ahead of the facts, just going to stay all day. Express Yourself also should finish a lot closer to 006. Might not turn that form around, but should get closer. And we have Touchdown, a beautiful son of Gimme the Green Light, under the top mare, Soft Landing, could also lay some claims. So that is the entire field, obviously. But the suggested bet in the first leg of the Place Accumulator is a boxed exacta. 3 and 4, Song to the Moon and 006. But I'm leaning the Crawford way. On to the 4 starts, the pick 6, Woodruff Racing Syndicate Open Maiden, 1950 again. Good to see some long distance races supported at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. Let's start with past and present. Son of Gimme the Green Light, JP Funamava takes a ride. I'm tearing my hair out. I'm sure Justin Snaith is tearing his hair out. I'm sure JP Funamava, I'm sure the Connections are tearing their hair out. He's got a beautiful, long, elegant stride, but he doesn't get the job done, being a combination of Hollywoodbets D'Urberville, just not going to be his chop. He might end up winning there, but funny enough, Turfentine, Fairview Grass Track, I think all of that will suit number 2 past and present. But I think now he's just in the right race, surely. Maybe just needs the confidence. We've seen a few horses of similar ilk just win a race, then eventually when they get the job done, they kick on. Quite a King being a case in point. He's got to be a winner in waiting, and I do believe that number 2 past and present will get the job done, just to be a reward for consistency and having his time in the sun. He's just got better form than everyone else. I know he's got to give some weight away with 60 kilos, but the nature of the race does dictate that he is the best horse in the race, or he should be. If there is a danger, number 10, Moments of Truth. Chatting to Des McLaughlin during the week, he did say from that draw it's not going to be all that straightforward, but he has been crying out for the distance. I've always thought that he's a little bit better than his overall form. Some of his runs, especially to 006 on the 5th of March. In fact, it was a run before that, 15th of February, here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, where he really turned it on in good style. He might have gone past beaten horses, but I think that he's still got a little bit to come. If there is luck on his side from that draw, number 10, Moments of Truth, I think could be the danger. And then we've got number 9, Real Stunner as well, with Thomas Jenkins coming out and franking his own form. He deserves a mention, but I don't think he can give a kilo away to past and present. So, pick 6 for race number 4. Here's the suggestion: 2 and 10 in the opening leg by field. That is a swell. Race number 5, 13 runners, they all got a chance. By 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 and 10, by 2 and 5, by 3, 4 and 5, by 3, 5, 9, 10, 12 and 15. It is quite a costly perm, but I think it'll pay more than the outlay. Race number 5 kicks off jackpot number 1, Race Cape powered by Hollywoodbets, class 4 for fillies and mares over 1400 metres. I set up my stall. Very tricky race indeed. I think my bar pot numbers probably sum it up: 1, 3, 4, 9 and 12. So those are my ideas of the horses that probably need close scrutiny. Number 9, Little Miss Pink. Vaughan Marshall, kick for touch on Perfectly Placed, has put me off, but I think that she will give a good account of herself. She's not necessarily one to trust. It's been just over a year since she last won. Aussie Noach is the only man for the job. All the wins, the majority of the places. To be fair, most of the rides have been Aussies, and she's been banging on the door. She does have her quirks. She does do funny things. There's number 9, Little Miss Pink, but just her consistency. Maybe I'm getting bluffed into number 9, Little Miss Pink. The way that she races and she can find a finish, I think that she's just probably ready to go back 1400 metres, this daughter of Elusive Fort. She does need luck in running, that's just the way, but her ratings come down another pound. And there was so much Maritzburg memory form put under the spotlight during the week, and I know it wasn't frank, but I think there was enough there with all those place getters all in and around each other that we can take the form on trust. So number 9, Little Miss Pink, is a very tentative starting point, but a starting point all the same. Others that come into the picture, number 1, let's start with her. That's La Divina from a good draw. It's going to be pretty uncomplicated for this daughter of Vercingetorix. Corne Orpha loves to take them off to the front. Her last win was full of merit. She has every opportunity of backing that up. 3, Oni San, banging at the door. A win's got to be close. Gavilarina's back on board for Vaughan Marshall. She'll just go close. I find it hard to believe that she's still a one-time winner. 4, Kamikaze, if my only weakness, runs a good race a few races earlier. That's got to bring Kamikaze into the picture. And I even think Rahaba's got some sort of say. It won't be easy from that draw. Grant Fanikak on board for Candice Bass-Robinson, but she also ran a good race last time and clearing a few late behind Tanneron, and she's now going a distance that might help her out. So race 5, very tricky indeed. The play here is going to be a quartet double float, 3 and 9 by the field. Let's now go into race number 6, the Cape Racing Class 4, 1400 meters. Quite like the look of this race. We're at that division where the horses dropping in class, probably losing their way a little bit, and horses that are equally progressive. We've got a couple of 3-year-olds here. Ridian's got more to come. Scottish Kiss, I don't think, is a bad horse. King's Quest as well. But the starting point is going to be Boogie Fire. Let's have a look at the run on the 16th of March, where Boogie Fire beat Industrial Strength. A meritorious win under Corne Orpha, positively ridden, getting a reward for consistency. That was the second run after a pretty long break, and he's come back in the pink of health. Now, this is what's key. At the time of recording, there's been no rain, but it's guaranteed to rain over the next couple of days. It's coming. Table Mountain you can't see, so rain is on its way. This son of Justify in the soft, a different animal altogether. 4 starts, a win, 2 places. He won on debut, beating a very, very good horse on his first start. Did number 6, Boogie Fire. He turned over Mu Capitano. So I think all of that is just a mesh that he's now in the right time and right place. You can see Andre Knowles thinking here, don't run him in summer. Number 6, Boogie Fire, on a softer track, he's a better horse. So I think that he's a few steps better on the wetter track. So number 6, Boogie Fire, is the place that I'm going to start. With that said, though, I think there's a lot to come from number 7, King's Quest. The blinkers off. They didn't work last time out over 1200 meters, but also, to be fair, he might have been stuck on the wrong side of the track. He wasn't disgraced behind Jet Force. Jet Force has got wins to come. I saw Jet Force on Wednesday morning. He's a very, very nice horse, and Des McLaughlin kept telling me, keep an eye on him. He could be anything. So number 7, King's Quest, I think he's got a lot more to come. Probably under-delivered so far in his career, but it wouldn't surprise me to see him start to step up as the coming months continue. Those are the 2 horses that I'm going to revolve my race around, but Arbitration could be a chance. I think they've probably been a bit bluffed by Arbitration. Looked like a horse who was going to come into his own over further. He probably doesn't. 3, Ridian, just needed his 2 runs back. He won in good style last time. He'll only do better. Father Christmas has got a lot to come as well. And Scottish Kiss and Paratrooper, also 2 horses who I don't think have their legs tied up. But when it comes to this event, race number 6, Box Swingers 6 and 7, Boogie Fire clearly the key horse in the race. Race number 7, the listed Somerset 1200. Yep, it's the first leg of jackpot number 2. A bit of drama around this race leading up into it because quite a few trainers ran away, don't want to get punished by the handicapper, etc., etc. But if you've got the horse, you've got to run. And here we have a field of 7, and it could very well fall into place for quite a few horses. Let's have a look at 3 Tigers. He could be the case in point, the son of One World. Gavin Larina takes her out for Michelle Ricks and Harold Crawford. He might have beaten a pretty average field last time, but it's the penultimate start behind Churchillian, which leads me down the avenue of the son of One World, and just circumstances and being in the right place at the right time. He wasn't even an entry for the race. I know that the idea was to put him away. However, he pulled up so well coming out of his maiden, apparently, when he won with Contemptuous. He could have won with even more in hand. And just the fact that this race presented itself and trainers were encouraged to re-enter. Number 5, 3 Tigers, could very well show his class here. He has got a lot of class, and for me, if he could get that close to Churchillian over 1,000 meters, I think the extra 200 meters is just going to suit 3 Tigers more than Churchillian, despite the clear ability that the full brother of Master Archie has. Number 2, absolutely yes. Now, this is the horse that brings the feature race form into the picture. He ran in the Winter Nursery last time. He was beaten at length by Dreamworld. For me, that was a surprising effort because on his first start, he had all the credentials and he completely dropped the bundle in the Splash Out Western Cape Cape of Good Hope Nursery. Let's get that out, where Direct hit one. We've seen a lot of winners from that form line as well, but he came back from gelding and he was a totally different horse. Was number 2, absolutely yes, last time. So on that pure improvement, he could be the one that they all need to beat, the son of Dan on Platina, from a family that has got them to stay. Obviously Justin State's got some well-bred first-timers. If this wasn't a feature, Dance to the Sun and Quick Smart would make a lot of appeal. And there's obviously a word out about number 6, She's My World. Why wouldn't there be? Don't know about that form line though. I like her, by the way. I like her as a filly. I think she's got wins to come. And with the sex allowance, yes, she could very well be in the right place here. But I think just the more hardness out of a feature race for number 2, absolutely yes, and the potential of number 5, 3 Tigers, leads me down that avenue. So jackpot 2, here we go, 2 and 5, by 3, 4 and 5, by horses, 3, 5, 9, 10, 12 and 15, by 1, 3, 4, 9, 11, 13 and 14. Yes, those last 2 races are wide open. Race 8, Hollywoodbets.net, Class 4, 1200 meters the distance, and 3:30 is race time. Well, I think the horse that we're all interested in here is number 3, One Liner. Back from gelding, back from a collie-cop, off 239 days, etc., etc. I love One Liner. He's a tiny little horse, but such a big heart and such big achievements already from the son of One World. Craig Zaki takes right, but I'll get to him in just a moment, because I think fitness just on the side of number 5, Circumbendibus. So that could be the place to go here. JP van der Merwe on board for Glenn Kotz, and he's been missing for a while, but of late he's come bouncing back, and his last start behind Jet Force probably sets him up. Jet Force is a very exciting sprinter here in the Western Cape. I even liked his penultimate start. He was just knocking on the door of the money. He had an outside draw on a day when outside going was not the place to be. Yes, I know, just about 2 weeks ago, JP van der Merwe turned the form book upside down with that whole analogy, but the point is there was nothing to help Circumbendibus on that occasion, and he was still anything but disgraced behind Paratrooper, who is obviously quoted to run on the day. So number 5, Circumbendibus, fitness, form, rating drop steadily enough to bring him back into the picture. I think that could all add up for him to probably be the most reliable horse when structuring your trifectas, quartets and swingers. 4, Surge of Power, rating come down again. He was a 103, slid down again to an 82 with 2.5 kilos off the back. I'm not leaving number 4, Surge of Power, out. He's got form to much better horses that run in group races like Gem King and Tananga. But One Liner, I'm just a fan of him. Yes, there's probably a bigger picture with the son of One World. He has had a gallop here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth roughly 2 weeks before this race, where Craig Zaki rode him. He loves the son of One World. Last time he ran behind Boundless Energy. I'm also a fan of Boundless Energy, although we haven't seen him for a while. I was at Milnerton not so long ago and saw Boundless Energy, so he's very much fit and firing and probably not far away from his run. His rating has come down by virtue of the fact that he's been off for a while. I don't know if he can win first time back from 239 days off, but he's a horse that I'm going to work with going forward, number 3, One Liner, because I think there's wins to come, and he's another horse who has the opportunity to potentially step through the division. So, in the 8th race, final leg of jackpot 1, I'm going to go box swingers numbers 3, 4 and 5. They're the horses I'm going to revolve around. If they run 1, 2 and 3, that'll be great. Yes, we missed the opportunity of a trifecta, but it's a full house of swingers 3, 4 and 5, One Liner, Surge of Power and Circumbendibus. 9th race, we won't be long here. Ready, Steady, Go, Syndicate Class 5 for fillies and mares over 1200 meters. Get in touch with Michelle and her team with the Ready, Steady, Go Syndicate, and saw them to good effect with Beneath the Clouds, winning just a few weeks back. Becky Sharp. Sean Veal takes her out for Vaughan Marshall. Quirky daughter of Rafif. She can do just about anything, but her behavior has become a lot better. She's still got a couple of demons in the starting stall. She's not the most reliable when coming out. And last time she was turned over just 11 days ago by the heavily backed Avignon, who just ran the finish out of her with a very light weight. It's not a strong field. She's not been running with many strong fields of late, to be fair. So it's not like she's dropping in class. She's gone from an average rating of 57 to an average rating of 64. But she's got half a kilo less to carry. I think that she just deserves it. I think pound for pound, but for her quirks, she's the best horse in the race, number 3, Becky Sharp. So she's the horse that I'm going to put up as my top selection, but there's no way the race stops there. I think a key horse here, an interesting horse, could be number 10, Cold Breeze. She could be very well placed by Adam Marcus. Since the earmuffs and since the break, she's turned the corner, this daughter of Water Winter. Gavin Lorena's on board for Adam. She beat Timeline last time. Yes, I know it's hard to get too excited by that form, but if Angel's Oasis comes into your reckoning, number 5 on the card, Cold Breeze should comfortably have her number. remember, Angel's Oasis got tons more weight, Cold Breeze just a little more weight, so I think that she can probably turn that form around, considering that she might have a little bit more to come. Then we got the 2-year-old, number 9, Electromagnetism. 2-year-old's always going to be dangerous at this lowly level. She beat Red Taffety last time, and she's got form to Cliffscape, who won a race of similar standing not so long ago. So open. Let's go quartet, double float, 3 and 10 bar the field, but there are lots in here with chances. 10th and last race off at 1640, Hollywoodbets Bright Future Class 4, 1700 meters. And this is a tricky race, but for the right reasons, because there's so much winning form around. Going back to that Class 4 debate, I like the division. Would I like all my horses to be running in Class 4s? No. But I think we're in that zone, like I said, that twilight zone where horses could take a few steps forward. Those well-placed 3-year-olds who could have something to like about them. And I think that horse in this case could be number 4, Major Master, probably one of the more handsome horses around. Sort of Master of My Fate, Aldo de Meyer is on board for Candice Bass-Robinson, has to lug 62 kilos around. But now try 1700 meters. I just don't think that they've got the right trip with the son of Master of My Fate. And I'm not for one moment saying that this is the office, but they tried 1200 meters, which is all speed in the dam side with Mashish. She was a very racy filly. She ran the Rattray Silks, and she ran a good race. And then last time for me, she was a little flat, but she ran into trouble. That was when Pinot Grigio went across the field, ran around, and Major Master was probably the horse that was most affected by that. So I reckon Andrew Fortune would have got off over a mile last time and said, no, we're on the right track here with number 4, Major Master. Let's find a similar type of race. And here we are. Yes, he's got a lot of weight to carry, but I still don't think you've seen the finished article. I think that there are better days ahead for number 4, Major Master, and I'm going to stay on the right side, hopefully the right side of this horse. Dangers are plenty. Hoodia, big chance. If you like Hoodia, then Jockey Arrangements tells you that number 3, Congressman, got to be in the race. Vaughan Marshall keen on the chances of number 6, Fibonacci. Bounce back I'd like to see over further. I think he's just crying for a trip. Scottish Lynx got plenty to come. Not the easiest around. He's quite an aggressive son of What a Winter, but there's also a lot of untapped potential there. Let's see how he goes over 1700 meters. Chasing the Rainbows in good heart at the moment as well. And even Noble Hero Scalini and Jet A1 must have some sort of say. So all those horses make up the play. So I'm kicking for touch a little bit, despite my bullishness about number 4, Major Master. I think he'll run into this big field, into the top 4, each way play, and hopefully the price is right for us. So that is a wrap. Sunday, the 1st of June, a new month, just over a month away from Africa's greatest horse race, the Hollywoodbets Durban July. You know what to do. There will be more logs, more betting updates, more news filtering through in the coming days as we lead up now to the Hollywoodbets Gold Challenge, the weight for age over a mile, where a lot of older horses that are of that grizzled, well-natured weight for age ilk, like See It Again, Cousin Casey, all likely to run this weekend and put their flag out for the Hollywoodbets Durban July, which I trust we will see you at Hollywoodbets Greyville for. But as for the here and now, as for the Sunday, we've got a quiet Monday, and then we'll get the ball rolling again from Tuesday at Turf and Team. But as for this race meeting, like I said at the start, like and subscribe, come and say hello. Going to be a lot of fun. It's a good card, and I trust we'll see you at HQ on Sunday. Till next time, goodbye.